Steph Curry has been putting on a clinic just to keep the Warriors in the fight for a playoff spot despite lackluster help. His skill set has been on full display this year, making a mockery of anyone and everyone attempting to slow him down. But is his historic scoring, outlier off-ball abilities, and strong playmaking enough to make him the best basketball player on the planet? Steph Curry dismantles defenses on a nightly basis through his historic scoring, able to create shots for himself both on and off the ball at an all-time level. On the ball, Curry is one of the best ball handlers in NBA history, using all types of in and outs and different crossovers to create separation on the perimeter. He's a strong isolation scorer and one of the best pick and roll ball handlers in the entire NBA, able to generate shots for himself at an elite level. He's very quick on his feet, allowing him to change directions extremely well, and he's able to stop on a dime, opening up opportunities for his outside shooting. Curry's shooting is the most dangerous aspect of his game, shooting over 42% from 3 this season on just under 12 attempts a game, and being widely recognized as the greatest shooter to ever step foot on a court. Curry adds spacing value far beyond the perimeter as well, shooting just under 44% from 30 to 34 feet this season on even higher volume than his unanimous MVP season. Curry's ability to create for himself, along with this outlier shooting, makes him an offensive cheat code, and that's without even mentioning his unreal release speed. Curry's able to get these shots up so quick that if you blink, you might miss it, meaning he doesn't need much space to attempt these shots, making him one of the most prolific shot creators the game of basketball has ever seen. This shot creation doesn't just take place behind the arc though. When teams overplay his shooting, he's able to dart into the paint using that quickness and ball handling ability and can take it all the way to the rim, being an extremely crafty finisher. When he's on the drive, teams also have to avoid fouling him, Curry being the all-time leader in free throw percentage at 90.7%, almost guaranteeing 2 points at the line. Curry's historic scoring game wouldn't be complete without the third level, the mid-range game. Curry pairs the threat of his drives with quick pull-up mid-range shots, and although this isn't his go-to move, he shoots 50.8% from that range, being another factor in what makes Curry's scoring so exceptional. Curry's on-ball scoring is enough to make him one of the best in the league, but what takes him to another level is his off-ball abilities. Curry's the greatest off-ball player ever, to put it simply, losing defenders through his ability to bolt around screens, relocating himself at all times, and almost always in a full sprint looking for openings to exploit. You can see on this one, he fakes the cut by planting his foot and darts right back for a wide open 3, again showing that quickness, literally breaking the defender's ankles without the ball in his hands. Curry shoots 43.2% from 3 off the catch, the equivalent to a 65% two-pointer, showing just how terrifying a Curry three-pointer off the ball is. Defenses know this too, and this allows Curry to utilize his quickness yet again, this time diving to the basket on a backdoor cut for a wide open layup. He can utilize some give and go action to create these wide open opportunities as well, or he can start with some off-ball movement, turn it into an on-ball drive, all while making a complete joke out of the opposing defense. This skill set leads to Curry having some of the best scoring production not only in the NBA right now, but in NBA history. He's currently averaging 31.8 points per 75 possessions on 66 true shooting percentage, 2 marks that show just how historic of a scorer he is. This leads to Curry having a 2.2 scoring value, 3rd in the NBA. If we look at a graph of all scorers this season, based on volume and efficiency, Curry is an outlier, redefining basketball as we know it. Did I mention that Curry is doing this in one of the worst spacing situations in the entire league? Steph Curry's unreal scoring game requires unique defensive attention that you won't find with many other star players throughout NBA history, and this opens up the floor for his elite playmaking. Because of how good Curry is off the ball, teams have to react to all of his movements, leading to wide open shots for teammates. In this play, you can see Curry come off the screen, and all Brunson and Richardson care about is that automatic 3-point shot, leading to a wide open dunk for Michael Mulder. These types of plays happen on a nightly basis, yet don't show up on the stat sheet, leading to Curry being a tremendously underrated playmaker. On this one, he draws yet another automatic double right off the catch, and he's able to quickly flip it over to the wide open shooter, although his teammates don't always execute on these opportunities. This off-ball playmaking ability makes him extremely scalable next to any player, able to elevate all of his teammates to the highest level possible by creating these openings. He can also create for teammates through his screens, being one of the best screening guards ever, teams so scared of him popping for an open 3 that it allows teammates to drive straight to the basket. Wherever Curry goes on the court, he drags multiple defenders with him, widely recognized as gravity, so while he might not be directly assisting on these baskets, he's the catalyst making it happen, generating high percentage shots for his teammates without even touching the ball. On the ball, Curry is a very elite playmaker as well, still drawing lots of defensive attention, and this is most noticeable when running the pick and roll. Teams can't play drop coverage on him, so when the screen is effective, you're in trouble. You either have to live with an open Curry 3 or a dump to the roll man for a dunk. Curry makes the right read on these a majority of the time. He'll occasionally scuff a delivery or miss an opening, but for the most part, he's great at making these passes, able to throw in some no-looks, behind the backs, and lobs as well. Sometimes Curry will just make the court his personal playground and leave it to a wide open teammate for a free basket. What's crazy about this play is that all 5 players guarded Curry or attempted to alter Curry's movements at one point, yet he still ended up creating a wide open corner 3. On this one, Curry draws the triple team and leaves it to Bazemore for the extra pass to a wide open layup. Again, not showing up on the stat sheet, but being the player who made this happen. Because of Curry's ability to space the floor, most of the opportunities he creates happen at the rim, pulling centers out of their natural defensive position, and as a result, he ranks 18th in the league in relative layup assist percentage with 14%. Despite not being as ball dominant as many other strong playmakers, Curry's outlier gravity and strong passing are enough to make him one of the best playmakers in the league. This shows in the playmaking metrics as well. Curry having a 13.9 box creation and 7.2 passer rating, 2 marks displaying his abilities as an on-ball playmaker. This leads to Curry having a 1.4 playmaking value, 13th in the entire NBA. What makes this even more impressive is that these numbers don't even account for the opportunities that Curry creates when dragging defenders away from teammates for wide open shots, showing just how great of a playmaker he is. Curry also averages a respectable 6.2 assists and 3.3 turnovers per 75 possessions. This anomalous combination of scoring and playmaking has led to Curry being one of the greatest offensive players of all time, and nothing has changed this season. With Curry on the floor, the Warriors have a plus 2.7 relative offensive rating, ranking 12th in the NBA. With him off the floor, a negative 8.7, the 11th worst in league history. As a result, Curry's offensive impact metrics are historically great. He has a 10.5 ORPM and 7.3 OEPM, both first in the NBA, a 3.6 backpicks offensive box plus minus, an 8.8 O Raptor, and a 5.4 O LeBron as well. Overall, all of the metrics agree. Curry is one of, if not the most impactful offensive player in all of basketball. On the defensive end, while Curry has some limitations due to his size and frame, he's very active on that end and has great instincts off the ball. He's active in passing lanes, knowing when to jump these, but not being too aggressive to the point where it's creating power plays on the Warriors. He's a strong switch defender, knowing how and when to rotate, and while he can occasionally make late rotations, this isn't a common thing, and for the most part he does what he needs to do to prevent open shots on the drive or in the pick and roll. While his size does limit his effectiveness protecting the rim, he's shown to be a solid defensive rebounder, and he's great at boxing out opponents, especially this season, making it easier on his teammates to secure rebounds. On the ball, he plays a pesty and physical style of defense, getting right up on the ball handler and using his quick hands to poke at the ball, and this approach leads to Curry getting a respectable amount of steals. The added size he's put on over the years has allowed him to stop slashing threats more effectively, and he's become much better at navigating through screens. Still, he isn't the most laterally quick defender, leading to some blow-bys, although sometimes his quick slaps at the ball do make up for this. His lack of length when contesting shots usually means he has to jump at shooters to alter their shot, and this approach does lead to Curry sometimes getting caught in the air and having to foul the shooter. Because of how much the Warriors switch on defense, Curry has to avoid getting put on bigs, but when he does switch on to bigs, he usually does a decent job sealing the pass off and preventing bully ball. Curry's off-ball instincts, high motored approach, and on-ball capabilities prevent him from being a negative on that end, being a marginally positive defender. As for the defensive stats, Curry is currently averaging 1.3 steals and 0.2 blocks per 75 possessions. As for the more advanced defensive analytics, Curry has a negative 1.1 DEPM, negative 1.8 DRPM, negative 0.6 D LeBron, negative 1.6 D Raptor, and 1.5 backpicks defensive box plus minus. Of course, this data needs context. With the way the Warriors run their rotations, the bench's offense is so bad that they have to slant hard to defense, making all of the starters look much worse defensively than they actually are, and skewing the on-off data. Any box score model will paint Curry as a clear positive, while most on-off will paint him as a clear negative. Now we can look at Curry's overall impact on the court, starting with the on-off data. The Warriors have a 3.06 net, or play at a 50 and 32 pace with Curry on the floor, and have a negative 6.65 net, or play at a 23 and 59 pace with Curry off the floor, or quite simply, the Warriors collapse without Steph Curry. As a result, Curry has some historic impact metrics. He has a 5.1 backpicks box plus minus, 4.8 LeBron, 7.2 Raptor, 6.2 estimated plus minus, and 8.8 real plus minus, 5 marks showing just how impactful Steph Curry is on the basketball court. At age 33, Steph Curry is playing as good as he ever has, scoring and playmaking at an all-time level while adding marginal value on the defensive end. He's performing at an all-time level right now in an attempt to will Golden State to the playoffs and has a very strong argument as the best basketball player in the world. That's it for the Steph Curry in-depth analysis. Make sure to subscribe and turn my post notifications on if you enjoyed the video. If you want to vote on the next player analysis, make sure to follow my Twitter at KGsGoat. Also make sure to check out my Instagram at TheHoopVenue and second YouTube channel HV to keep up with my other content. You can find those links in the description. If you want to join my Discord or become a YouTube member and gain access to tons of cool new perks, those links will be in the description as well. Feel free to let me know down in the comments what you agree and disagree with in this video, or what your future predictions for Steph are. I hope everyone has a great rest of their day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.